2008, being broke and unemployed, how the heck was I going to create leverage in my life? Hey there, it's Adam Holland again. Welcome back to the next video in our mindset video series, the 10 mindset hacks to rewire your brain for success in business, family, friendship, life, and so much more. And I'm super excited about this video because most of the rest of the videos here so far, hopefully you've watched the previous ones. Each video does build upon the previous one. So each one that you watch is going to keep building and building and building until we get to the accumulation of the 10th video here. That being said, this video in and of itself may even be able to stand on its own because of the sheer just mind-blowing concept that I'm going over here. And what we're going to be talking about in this particular video is something called leverage. Now, leverage is something where I didn't really truly understand this concept because all I really knew was being an employee. And when you're an employee, if you want to earn a certain dollar amount per hour, you need to work that hour. And what I didn't really realize is that if you look at people like Paul McCartney, if you're not familiar with Paul McCartney from the Beatles, one of the most famous and successful musicians of all time, one of the first musicians actually to negotiate with the record companies that he would own the master rights to his own music. So what ended up happening was he was basically ended up becoming the first billionaire musician. Now, I don't know if that's still true. I don't know if he's still earning that much or if he's still worth that much, but long story short, any musician that's done that is successful. And the reason is because he understood leverage. When he was paid royalties on a long-term basis for the work that he had done decades ago, that is an asset now that he owns that he's able to leverage time and time again. Every single time that the song is used on the radio, every single time that the song is used in a movie or in a commercial or anything like that, he gets a check. Why? Because he owns the master rights to that. Now, how, if we're not like some famous musician, if we're not all that talented, how can we still have points of leverage in our business and in our life? And again, this relates both to time and to finances because again, Paul and many other celebrities, many other people that understand this concept, that are especially business owners, they understand the concepts of ownership, creating assets, and leverage, and understanding that you can get to a point where you're now you've spent the time to develop that asset and you're still earning income from it over and over and over again. So leverage to me, again, being 2008, being broke and unemployed, how the heck was I going to create leverage in my life? Well, I had to grind and do the work first, absolutely, but what I soon realized was after trying to develop like 50 plus different websites, I got it wrong. I wasn't getting the results I wanted. I was spending lots of time trying to put all these things together, and then finally, one website generated me $60,000 in about a 9-month span of time. How was I able to do that? Well, I figured out what worked. I figured out how to get that website ranked on Google. I figured out how to create content in such a way that allowed me to get the traffic, get those visitors to the website. And the crazy thing is no matter if I was working on another website or if I was at the beach or if I was sleeping, people were going to that website, they were signing up, they were making a purchase, and I was getting paid. And that was something that completely boggled my mind, was when I went to bed and then I'd wake up the next morning and I'd see an email that said commission earned, buyer created, whatever it was. And a lot of the times it would tell me right in the email what the amount was. And I can tell you, and again, I'm going to talk about this in a future video in a little bit more detail, or I should say a lot more detail, is it's one thing to wake up to like $3 in commissions or $30. $300 overnight is really good too, but it's a completely life-changing concept when you have enough leverage where you wake up, you literally go to bed, and then you wake up 6, 8, 10 hours later, however long you like to sleep, right? You wake up and you're $3,000 richer. Because once you get to that point where you're making an extra even $1,000 a day, that is completely life-changing. Now again, Not saying that that's not guaranteed. There's no such thing as a guarantee in business. Any child that sets up their own lemonade stand realizes that there's overhead and there's risk involved. So realize that whether it's a lemonade stand or an online business, there's going to be some level of risk, period. But with risk comes opportunity. With creating an asset comes the potential for leverage. And I realized that once I could build an email list, I could have an email list of 500 people, 5,000 people, 50,000 people. With the click of a button, I can let all those people know what opportunities, what products, what services are available to them, and then they'd make a purchase. And then, again, whether it was 500 people that were getting the message or 50,000 people, a certain percentage of them would purchase, right? So let's say I created 5 buyers and $500 in commission. Well, if my list was bigger and I created an even bigger asset, that subscriber base, well, now instead of making $500, I'd make $5,000 or $50,000. And this is actually one of the ways that I created my first $50,000 day. Yes, that is correct. Most people make in a year $50,000. I was able to do in a day. Why? Because I partnered with some people that also had leverage, and we were able to send traffic to one offer, and we generated over around $51,000 in a single day on that particular service that we were providing. So hopefully that makes some sense, that you understand that like leverage is one of the most important things, so that no matter if you're broken unemployed like I was, or if you're working a full-time job, you can work 1-2 hours a day to start building these assets to give you that leverage to be able to earn that kind of money. And again, this is also something that I work with a lot of people that are already professionals. They're lawyers, they're doctors, they're professionals in that particular profession, in that particular career that they're in. You might already be earning 6 figures, multiple 6 figures, but you know what? You don't have that time freedom, because no matter if you're making $20 an hour or $150 an hour, you're still getting paid on an hourly basis. So in order to separate that income from that time, this is where leverage comes in. So again, no matter where you are right now, if you're making $30,000 a year or $30,000 a month, if that income is tied to time, it is time for you to learn how to properly create leverage in your life, so that no longer is that income tied to time, and now you can start making that $30,000 a month potentially, and now spending time with the people you want to spend time with, traveling to places that you want to travel to, and fully experiencing the life that you truly deserve. So hopefully this makes some sense. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, we're about halfway through the 10 mindset hacks videos at this point. If you haven't watched the previous ones, sign up for the newsletter, get access to all 10 of them at once. There's also going to be some unadvertised bonuses and resources and things in there as well once you sign up for that. So click the link somewhere around this video to get signed up. Also, make sure you like this video, subscribe. If you're on YouTube, click that little bell icon so you get notified when we do new videos. And obviously comment below if you like this video as well. Any questions? I love answering questions, and I love making sure that I have lots of value to share with you guys. So guys and gals, so that you can in turn obviously take that value and go and get results. I love testimonials too. I love your success stories. So again, hope you enjoyed this video. We will see you in the next one. My name is Adam Holland, and we'll see you in video number 6.